Welcome back, adventure seekers. You're watching Cruise1st TV, and it's time to set sail on a whirlwind of unforgettable experiences in this show. I'm Derek, this is Polly. You knew that already. I know you knew that already. It's in the contract, we have to say it. Over the next 30 minutes, we are going to be showcasing exclusive Cruise1st getaways that could literally be saving you thousands of pounds as a couple.
And coming up, we've got a luxury all-inclusive escapade to Australia and the Great Barrier Reef with Celebrity Cruises. That includes a mesmerising Sydney stay for October next year. Plus, imagine sailing into sunsets over Bali and Thailand, all aboard the incredible Anthem of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. And the cherry on top, a dazzling Singapore stay awaits for you in February 2025.
Cherry on top, I see what you did there. That's a sweet shop on the Carnival Cruise Lines. Oh, I see. Incredible adventures that you can book today from a low deposit of just £199 per person. But first, mark up your calendars for an all-inclusive South Africa to Spain voyage. South Africa to Spain. Yeah. Wow, let's do it with Norwegian Cruise Line for March. It's an epic 24-night adventure that we've got an unmissable Cruise1st exclusive saving coming up. All begins on the 17th of March, which is not that far away, you know. And we fly out first to South Africa for a 2-night hotel stay in captivating Cape Town. And I would be straight up Table Mountain, wouldn't you?
Of course. Oh my goodness. You've got panoramic views of the surrounding city, the harbour. So much to do in Cape Town. I'd also love to go to Robben Island as well. That's notorious for Nelson Mandela.
Yes.
Being there for 20 years. Wow, the history. You've got incredible botanical gardens there as well. Another great stop while you're in Cape Town is the V&A waterfront. You've got shopping and entertainment on there as well.
Look at that sunset or sunrise. It just looks incredible, doesn't
and you're going to get to see them. You've got a couple of nights there. Now, if you're into wine as well, why not visit one of the many wineries there? You can tour the cellars, learn about the production process, and of course, at the end of it, taste some of the region's finest wines.
Yes, Stellenbosch, isn't it? That's one of the famous ones there, isn't it?
Don't you?
I do.
So amazing. You've got 2 nights to completely immerse yourself in Cape Town, explore, go on guided tours, book excursions, or just do self-guided and wander around. You're going to love it. Then you'll board the Norwegian Dawn for your 21-night all-inclusive cruise.
Oh,
wow.
3 weeks of cruise. Thank you very much.
3 weeks of this being your home. Yeah, that's you relaxing. That's you there dining in the restaurant. Oh, relaxing in a hammock. Yes, please. Watching those incredible sunsets, seeing the shows. Oh my goodness, you could take 3 weeks of this, couldn't you? You could enjoy it. Look at that lovely, spacious, colourful, well-appointed stateroom. Wow. Oh, you are just going to absolutely love it. So lots going on, and then let's talk about the food on board, because it means, and this is me as a woman, and I don't mind saying sexist, 3 weeks of no cooking, 3 weeks of no emptying that dishwasher, 3 weeks of no washing up, because it all falls on me in my house.
For sure.
So I would enjoy every last minute of this. Now, the restaurants on board, you've got Los Lobos, which is an authentic Mexican cantina. I love Mexican food, absolutely delicious as well. Ocean's Neighbourhood Bar and Grill. Ooh, pints all night while you're there as well. There's just loads going on. Bamboo is your Pan-Asian fare there. We can get Japanese, Thai, Chinese, kind of all blended together, and have the experience of having it teppanyaki cooked in front of you. Oh, we're taking a look at the spa on board as well. It just looks so grand, so opulent, lovely. Everyone's entertained, everyone's got something to do, whether it's jumping in the pool or whether it's relaxing by the pool. Cruising out of Cape Town, arriving in Walvis Bay in Namibia. Now, you've got rare birds there as well, 150 species spotted, flamingos, pelicans as well. A couple of days cruising, arriving in Luanda. Now, you've got amazing beaches, green hills, tropical forests, sandy deserts, and incredible waterfalls to see. Sao Tome and Principe next, which are 2 islands off Africa, offering authentic, off the beaten path, true jungle trekking adventures. Next, the Ivory Coast. You've got the Musée de Civilisations to discover cultural relics and crafts as well. The French colonial legacy to explore. Banjul in Gambia next, which is known for its wildlife, its national parks as well. While you're there, you're going to love it. Go to one of the nature reserves. Senegal next, Dakar, which is a thriving hub for African art, and every 2 years hosts the oldest and largest kind of art show in Africa, so it's thriving while you're there. Cape Verde next in Santa Maria. I've been there a few years ago. It's really windy, which means kite flying is spectacular on those beaches, all the colours in the sky. Next, arriving in Tenerife, Loro Park is a must visit if you want to get closer to the wildlife. It's an amazing kind of animal park. You've got parrots, you've got everything there. Arrecife, which is the port in Lanzarote. You've got so many natural wonders. El Reducto Beach, the craters, the lava tunnels, canals. Agadir, Morocco next. Now, this city was completely rebuilt in 1960 after an earthquake hit it, which means the promenade there and the Moroccan street scene is amazing. Casablanca, where you'll start your visit at the Central Market, which is a massive kaleidoscope of colours. Kick off your shoes, go and see the mosque. It's amazing. Cruising to Barcelona, where your flight home to the UK will wait for you.
Good Lord, sounded like a world cruise there, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, my word.
Incredible
I love
places.
the fact you end this in Barcelona, don't you? So you've just got a very, very swift flight home at the end of that. So you've done the long bit of the travel right at the beginning out into Cape Town, and then that wonderful cruise which is taking you, well, let's just say it, here, there and everywhere. Absolutely, isn't it? What an incredible adventure. And you can say that you've been to all of these places. You can say that you've been to Cape Verde. You can say that you've been to the Ivory Coast, to the Gambia, to all of these different places and just drunk in some of the flavour and the culture in these places. There's no other way really of covering so much than a cruise itinerary. And I love Norwegian to be brave enough to create a really, really diverse itinerary. It's really what they're into at the moment, is finding those parts of the world that people don't go to. They go less often, or there haven't been cruise itineraries in that part of the world before, and making it super, super appealing. And it really is. And of course, there's lots of information on the ship as you go through the cruise, lots of excursions that you can take up with Norwegian as well to really, really pinpoint key adventures in these places. Anyway, right, let's cost it up, shall we? So the flight to Cape Town, 2 nights in a hotel there, then 3 weeks, 21 nights of cruising on Norwegian Dawn, all inclusive, remember, with your drinks, with your Wi-Fi, with your excursion credit, and with 2 nights of speciality dining, sailing all the way from South Africa to Spain, to Barcelona, via Namibia, Angola, Sao Tome, the Ivory Coast, Gambia, Cape Verde, the Canaries, and Morocco. I mean, what a list! And then, of course, we'll include the flight back from Barcelona at the end of it. But that's the easy bit, really, isn't it? Because that's the hop, skip and jump. 24 nights in all. And we've got exclusive savings on this offer as well. Up to £2,600 per person saved. I'll just say that again. Up to £2,600 per person saved with this price tag. We are very proud of this offer, and we've worked very, very closely with Norwegian to make it happen. Look at this, 3,399 per person is absolutely unbeatable. It's incredible and is exclusive to us here at Cruise1st. It comes up in March. It's not that far away. So if you're wanting a really big adventure, this is the one. Let's have a look at the upgrades as well on board. Let's just remember where we are going as well. 2 nights in Cape Town and then a 3-week cruise to Namibia, Angola, Sao Tome, the Ivory Coast, the Gambia, Senegal, Cape Verde, Tenerife, Morocco as well, across the Canaries. Incredible. You lucky, lucky people. It's amazing. The saving on this is enormous. Up to £2,600 per person saved by taking up this offer now. It's just bonkers. It really is. It's one of those needle in a haystack opportunities. But don't leave it too long, because a lot of people, you'll have seen, we've talked about similar itineraries to this package with Norwegian before as well, and they have literally sold out of the door, which is why we're constantly working with Norwegian and saying, okay, right, what more can we do? What can we sort out on other itineraries for you? It's incredible, honestly, the demand for this part of the world and this kind of travel. People are being massively more adventurous with their travels, which is brilliant. Now, you know that we've got over 6,000 Trustpilot reviews on our website. Let's just have a look at one of them from Samantha. And Samantha says, actually, I'll Polly, you do Samantha.
Okay, can we speak as her? Grace was simply amazing. She quickly answered any questions and concerns we may have had while booking our NCL cruise on the Norwegian Joy. She was knowledgeable of the various cruise lines and offers that made our booking an absolute breeze. Top marks for great staff. Grace is your hidden gem, an absolute asset. Well done, Cruise1st. We will continue to use again in the future.
Oh, now we've told everybody, haven't we? Right, here's one from Andrea. She says she rang today to book a cruise and just want to say a special mention to David for sorting out our cruise on Norwegian so efficiently. He made everything so simple, rang back when he said he was going to, everything sorted, crystal clear. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much, Andrea, as well. Yeah, our team are really, really good. And the great thing is you all deal with the same person over and over again. And if they say they're going to call you back, they will call you back as well. We aren't a myriad of hundreds of thousands of individuals where you think, oh, who am I going to speak to this time? You speak to the same person over and over again. Right, let's switch cruise lines now. And we're going into new luxury, I believe.
Oh, yes, it's time for Celebrity Cruises, for a luxury all-inclusive cruise through Australia and the Great Barrier Reef with a Sydney stay. It's 18 nights all told. It all starts on the 16th of October next year, where we'll fly you down under to Sydney for a fabulous 4-night pre-cruise stay. My goodness me.
Was that your Australian accent?
No, I don't know what happened.
I think you did.
I did.
Are you going to throw a shrimp on the barbie?
Absolutely. No, I don't want to offend anyone with my Australian accent, but how wouldn't you just love to go? You see the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the Sydney Opera House. There's amazing zoos while you're there as well, the Taronga and the Sydney Zoo, and of course those iconic beaches, Bondi, Coogee, Manly, to name just a few. And while you're there, I think you need to take a surf lesson. I think my husband did it once. I've seen the old video camera, so his friend filmed him, watching him learn to surf. Believe me, it looks a lot harder. Well, he didn't manage it anyway, but why not do it while you're there? You could do that coastal walk from the iconic Bondi to Coogee as well. There's just so much going on. If you want to go to Manly, you can take the ferry over there as well. And of course, if you like the look of the Harbour Bridge, you can climb it. So much going on.
4 nights, plenty of time.
4 nights, and after that, you're going to join Celebrity Edge for your 11-night luxury all-included cruise. Oh, just when this starts and I'm just watching, I'm like, wow, yeah. I can see myself there. It looks so amazing.
And listen, the word luxury is bandied around far too readily in the world. You know, you see a box of chocolates that says luxury on the packet, and then you open them up and you think, this is no different to any other box of chocolates, let me tell you. But I mean, luxury speaks for itself for what you can see here. And I think testament to the ultimate luxury is how much the cruise lines spend on putting one of these ships to sea. And when you're talking about, in most cases, the best part of $1 billion US just to make the thing. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
When you think they're spending that kind of money, you know what? It's going to be good. When they are employing some of the biggest names in design in the world, like the likes of Dame Kelly Hoppen, who I know, you know, everyone knows straight away, when they were given pretty much carte blanche to say, okay, you probably don't know cruising. I don't know whether Kelly Hoppen did know cruising before being involved with Celebrity or not. I don't know. But Celebrity basically said, okay, take a look at this space and design it as you would do as if it was an interior that you were designing for a client. And of course that comes with a cost. And you can see the end result of that is the way that this ship is styled. And it's styled so beautifully. And everything about it is at that one same level, which is highbrow, but not highbrow stuffy, highbrow comfortable, casual, fun, effortless. And look, it looks spectacular. You're taking pictures every second of your cruise.
Oh, I love it. I love the greenery on board before we saw the rooftop. You know, that roof deck. It's lovely.
And they're
seeing
real
all
plants
that.
up there,
I know. Isn't that amazing? And I think, like, Celebrity have done this. They will lead the way. Others will now follow because it is different.
For
it is
sure.
special. It is luxurious. It's amazing. It's all included. That includes your tips, your Wi-Fi, your drinks. Amazing. What a deal. So cruising out of Sydney, arriving in Brisbane, famous for Lamington's cake, koalas. Oh my goodness, what I wouldn't give to go and see a koala. They are so cute, but apparently they're quite vicious. Anyway, day cruising, you're going to arrive in Queensland, part of the Whitsundays area, home to some of the best sailing conditions in Australia. Gentle breezes, subtropical islands. Oh, sounds like paradise, doesn't it? You've then got an overnight in Cairns at Yorkeys Knob, which again, part of the Great Barrier Reef. So much marine life going on there. 1,500 species. You've got ancient rainforests, gorgeous waterfalls to explore, and as well, tiny little hippie towns with all the little shops as well. Then cruising to Port Douglas. Now, this is the gateway to 2 UNESCO World Heritage listed natural wonders, the Great Barrier Reef and the Daintree Rainforest. So it's steeped as well in living Aboriginal culture. Amazing. And scenic cruising now of Willis Islands. Wow, you're going to see so much wildlife. The weather station, of course, is there as well.
That's all that's there at Willis Island, in fact, actually. It's wonderful. So it's I think 3 or 4 people that basically live and work there at the weather station, and lots of birds. It's beautiful. It looks absolutely incredible. Then you've got a couple of days at sea, and you finish the cruise in Sydney and then fly back to the UK. Yeah, I did quite a lot of research on Willis Island, actually, and watched a couple of films. Incredible. If you've ever seen Fortitude, it's nothing like Fortitude. It looks like absolute paradise. I would love a few months on there, I have to tell you. Living in the weather station, you're just, you're spitting out weather forecasts or, changing the wind things or whatever, and that's it. The rest of the time you're just spending, it's just you, the island, and the birds. That sounds like pure paradise to me. Anyway, I'm being urged to move on by Mr. P. He's like, yeah. He says you've used up your holidays already. Darn. Right, so for you, absolutely this is allowed. October next year included is the flight from the UK out to Sydney in Australia. 4 nights in a hotel there, and then you've got 11 nights of cruising Celebrity Edge. Remember, that's all included as well, so we've factored in your classic drinks, tips and Wi-Fi to that. You're cruising around Australia, including overnight in Cairns for the reef and scenic cruising around wonderful Willis Island, which I think you know a little bit better thanks to me right now, and the flight back to the UK from Sydney in Australia. Deposit now of £199 each. Here is your price tag, and I have to tell you, this is pretty good. To get to this part of the world and spend so much time in there in an all-included cruise as well, remember. So you've got that 5-star. You would equate it to hotel brands. You would equate this to 5-star. And I mean brand new boutique 5-star. I don't mean your faded 5-star from 20 years ago. I mean something that is bang up to date. Drinks, tips and Wi-Fi also included. Not many luxury hotels are going to include that kind of thing, even if you were to stay with them for weeks and weeks and weeks. This is amazing. Remember, flights are factored in there as well. I'm loving this. You sure? You sure we can't rejig the holiday diary? Anyway, you can. So here's the upgrades. If you want to go up from inside to ocean view to balcony, or even up to the fabulous suite. You would just love this holiday though, wouldn't you?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Couldn't you do with that right now? I mean, listen, you think about, and I don't want to keep labouring about this, but this year has just been a washout, hasn't it? We've had no summer. The odd afternoon doesn't really count, I'm afraid. And I know it depends on where you are in the UK, but those weather systems that keep bringing those big blue bands across are just dragging us all down.
There's been the odd spot of sunshine. Problem is, you're taking your grandad naps then and you miss them.
That's what it is. That's what it is. No, you're so right. You're so right, in the garden. Yeah. And waking up wet.
A bit red.
That's why.
Sunburn and wet.
Absolutely. You know what? It's a nice opportunity to just treat yourself, I think, now, and to have something to look forward to. And I can almost guarantee 16th of October next year, the weather, because that's not summer, obviously, the weather is going to be absolutely rubbish here. And of course, down in Australia, October is, what is it? Is it spring or is it summer in Australia?
Heading
in
towards
October?
summer.
Yeah. So there you go. Marvellous.
We're going to switch cruise lines now, and this time it's Royal Caribbean for a brand new package that includes a back-to-back cruise on one of your favourite ships, Anthem of the Seas. And this is the first time Anthem's actually headed to this part of the world.
Yeah.
It's titled Bali and Thailand Sunsets with a Singapore stay, 17 nights all told, and it's the 16th of February 2025, so you've got plenty of time to plan ahead. We'll fly you to Singapore for a 2-night pre-cruise hotel stay. Oh, Singapore. It's like a crazy place. It's an island city-state of 4 million people, and you've got a metropolis of like high-rise modern buildings. Then you've got Chinese shop houses with red-tiled roofs. Then you've also got sturdy Victorian buildings, Buddhist temples, Arab bazaars. I mean, it just sounds like such a melting pot, and it really is one of these spectacular places that you absolutely have to go. It was founded in 1819 by Sir Stamford Raffles, hence the Raffles Hotel.
Ah.
There you go.
Oh, we're learning on this show today, aren't we?
Exactly. Oh, it's so educational. We've done our homework, hasn't we? And Sir Stamford Raffles was of the fabled Far East India Company.
Ah.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, you will love Singapore. After enjoying your 2 nights there, you're going to join Anthem of the Seas for your 13-night full-board cruise. Oh, I feel like we haven't been on Anthem for ages. Iconic Royal Caribbean cruising.
Yeah, I know you and I have been talking about Anthem for a lot recently, of course, for the seasons that she's doing this year. And next year, but of course then we're talking 2025, and of course Anthem is then going to be doing a number of itineraries from 3 nights through to 15 nights out of Singapore. So of course you can investigate with the team other offers, and they'll pop up on the websites, and make sure also that you are hooked up to our emails, because we don't bother you 3 times a day, which drives you crazy, doesn't it, with some companies. But actually we'll sort of condense, probably a couple of times a week, we'll send you some really, really hot offers. So make sure you go via the website and sign up for our emails, because they're really good. And you get, because we specialise in packaging cruises with stays, because it gets you a lot more value out of your holiday. I mean, really, just to fly out to Singapore and get straight on a ship, it's almost a waste. It's almost a waste of Singapore. A lot of people stop over at the airport because they're flying to somewhere else, and they might lay over in Singapore but never get to see it. This is incredible. And the ship itself, honestly, it's awesome. And it's funny to see this footage right now, because this is when Anthem launched. And that was in 2015, so that's 8 years ago. And you know what? You'll get on board that ship in 2025 and you'll feel like she's brand spanking new. It's just the way she's styled and what she has on offer is still so cutting edge, I think, even 8 years later. They were so ahead of themselves, Royal Caribbean, when they bought Anthem out, that she's still so current now.
Well, they're so looked after. They're refurbished all the time. Nothing ever gets tired. So they always look and have that brand new feel to them.
Funny, we just looked at 270 Lounge there as well, because they invest in their entertainment like no other cruise line, honestly, and they are constantly innovating and spending. And they spend billions of dollars on entertainment and the technology around the entertainment on these ships. And they're incredible. And like you say, they keep it up to date on all of the ships.
Okay, I've only got 10 seconds. We're seeing you there. What was your one favourite thing you did, or meal, or anything?
Oh, iFly.
Really?
Without a doubt. It's absolutely brilliant, because it's something I never would have done outside of doing it there. And it was absolutely brilliant, and I longed to do it again.
Cruising out of Singapore then, arriving in Penang, Malaysia. You've got roadside vendors there serving some of the best street food in the world. Great national parks with white sand beaches and wildlife, and the UNESCO-listed Georgetown is full of heritage houses as well. Arriving in Phuket in Thailand next, where you've got an overnight in port. Oh my gosh, what an animated city. You've got early morning markets there with the beeping tuk-tuks. You've got to take a ride on one, haven't you? Mm-hmm. The shoreline, meanwhile, is home to 40 kilometres of beaches. You can do some Thai cookery, you can go snorkeling, or do a Thai boxing match. Cruising to Singapore, because it's a back-to-back cruise, so you can see the Chinese, Malay, Indian traditions there, melting in this island state. It's just amazing and lovely to get that extra experience while you're there as well. A couple of days cruising to Selayang Bawang. Now, the colonial Dutch influence contrasts with the island's old age stone temples. You can go go to the wilderness of Ballybrat National Park or maybe snorkeling. They've got luminous coral reefs there. Then it's Bali. Oh my goodness. Jet ski, parasailing, sea walking, fly fishing. Oh, it has it all. But if you want to do something a little bit more cultural, there's a Bali Instagram tour that doesn't sound very cultural, but it takes you to temples and amazing sights. Then it's Lombok, Indonesia. Now it's got it all. Breathtaking beaches, and then other smaller tropical islands, adventure scenery, really, really friendly community, and the luscious rice paddies there. And my favourite thing, the stunning waterfalls, which you need to go and visit. A couple of days at cruising back to Singapore, where you'll get your flight back home. Wow.
This is lovely. It's a brand new package. Listen, if you're a fan of the ship and you've never been to this part of the world, that brings those two worlds together beautifully, doesn't it? Actually, I think, you know, if it's a cruise ship that you've been on before and you know that you like, and now it's going to a part of the world that you think, oh, I haven't been there, but I would like to. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it is a brand new package, so you're some of the first to be able to book this as well, which is very, very good. Coming up in February in 2025, so we really are advanced planning here, but we're locking in a great price, as you'll see, which includes the flight from the UK out to Singapore, 2 nights in a hotel there, 30 nights of cruising on Anthem of the Seas back to, and it's a back-to-back cruise as well. So you're actually doing 2 itineraries. That gives you an extra call into Singapore, which is brilliant. You get the overnight in Phuket in Thailand, and then you cruise on to Indonesia. You end the cruise back in Singapore, and of course, we'll include the flight back to the UK. Wow, brilliant. Let's show you straight away. Low deposit on this price, £199 each to a deposit, but look, £2,199. That's a cracking price. I mean, bear in mind that is well over a year away. For us to know now, it's funny, isn't it? It's almost like me saying to you, what will be the price of diesel in February in 2025? Who knows? Who absolutely knows? But I do know that if you book this offer right now with your low deposit of £199 each, this is what that holiday costs, and it's not happening until the year after next. Crazy, isn't it? So be quick as you can. It's a brand new package and it'll already be booking out fast, I know, because I think we have put this out on one of our mailers as well. So I would get in sooner rather than later. Here's the upgrades as well on Anthem. Wonderful. Look at that. Just £99 more to go up to Ocean View. I mean, that's a simple, easy one, isn't it? 13 nights of cruising, £99 more to go Ocean View. That's really, really good indeed. Remember, this is a brand new package and there are lots more Anthem sailings, 3 to 15 night itineraries going out of Singapore in 2025. So again, if you want to investigate more of those, they've just been released, then speak to the team on 0800 953 4700 is the telephone number to call. And of course, you've always got the website to keep you up to date whenever you fancy a little peruse of over 20,000 deals, Cruise1st.tv. You'll find there as well our Trustpilot reviews as well, and we're going to have a little look at those, a couple of those right now. Let's start with one from Andrew, who says, enjoy watching the cruise highlights on the TV. Then the operator, hello operator, who helped us book was superb, especially in tying us up with my brother's booking. Oh, that's good. So your brother already had a booking and we matched yours. Brilliant. Email confirmation was quick and we're now really looking forward to our first cruise. Great news, Andrew.
And then we've got Barbara. Now, after watching Cruise1st on TV, we saw a cruise we liked, so we called. Terry was brilliant. He listened to what we wanted, and within 10 minutes, he'd sorted the exact cruise with all our wants. And we booked our first Cruise1st cruise. Barbara, hope you have a great time.
Amazing. Ah, do you know what? We do love you. And you can email directly into us as well, of course. Don't forget, studio@cruise1st.tv. So if you've got any feedback or ideas for the shows, then please do let us know. studio@cruise1st.tv. Well, that's it. Can you believe we are out of time already?
No, it's flown by, but stay right there. Go and get yourself a cup of tea, because we'll be back in just a moment with another gorgeous offering. Bye for now.
See you later.